So, there's a small YouTube channel named Will Touches Grass, and you guys have probably seen this guy before, judging by this video right here. If you've been scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, or if you've just watched Gideon in general, you know about this guy. And this guy basically wants to text 100 minors until he meets Gideon. Now, there's obviously a lot of problems with this. Number one being, what the hell, dude? Your digital footprint is going absolutely bonkers right now. And number two, this guy is probably gonna go to jail. Now, obviously, this isn't me being a prophet. This is me having basic pattern recognition, you know? But before we continue, just know that everything here is just my opinion. Nothing here is fact. I don't even know if this guy's actually doing it. I think this guy's just doing it just for shock value by judging by his past videos and all that other stuff leading up to that video. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quick. So before we continue, just don't go harassing anybody mentioned in this video. So with that being said, let's begin. First off, I want to start off with the idea that, oh yeah, no, this is just an April Fool's prank. No, it's not. It was posted on April 4th, and if you want to account for time fluctuations, maybe April 3rd or April 5th, I don't really know. But either way, yeah, that's just not exactly a good look, because if you're not posting this on April 1st, then you can't really say, oh yeah, no, I was just pranking. And number two, this guy made a follow-up video one day ago called, I make EDP445 look like an angel. What is that supposed to mean? Like, what could you have possibly done that is worse than DMing a couple of minors on the internet, you know? Like, it's not exactly a very good thing to be doing, if I say so myself. And number two, the implication that you are DMing 100 minors until you meet Gideon. Have you watched his videos? Like, if you watch his videos, you would know that he has the chat logs, including sending eggplant pictures to somebody, you know? Like, sending your Franken beans over to a middle schooler or something like that. So that means that in order to meet Gideon, you would have to send those pictures to the kids. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm just saying, like, I think that this might be a little bit of a flawed plan, because you see, if you want to meet Gideon, you have to send those Frankenbean pictures. And if you do send those Frankenbean pictures, that's a crime. So I don't exactly see how this entire thing maths out, you know? Like, this means that you would have to commit a crime to see Gideon, whose whole thing is like catching people that commit these types of crimes, and you're saying, oh, I'm gonna expose this guy because all he does is fake exposure videos. This guy is not real. Meanwhile, you have to commit the crime in order to see Gideon, you know? So like that logic thing doesn't exactly play out. And this also wouldn't play out in court, because if you think about it, you would be like, oh, you know, I just wanted to meet Gideon. Well, yeah, so that means you did it to see Gideon. Like, you see how the legality of it doesn't exactly work. And again, I'm no professional by any means, but I'm pretty sure a middle school debate club could easily put this guy in jail. And not only that, this guy has the gall, the courage, to label himself as official yapping channel for Little Will. That... yeah, this isn't yapping when you're going like, my dad tried to crack me, I gave my mother, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, well, you can see the problem here. This guy's a little bit unhinged, and I think that YouTube needs to do something about this. This YouTube channel clearly has something wrong with it, if I were to say so myself. The implications and the lingo here used aren't exactly flattering, to say the very least. It's not exactly fit for the king and queen, if I say so myself. And yeah, this guy is just crazy. And speaking of which, you literally say that you're doing this just because you don't have any friends or something like that. Or, I don't know, in one of your previous videos you said, oh, I DM'd a couple of people, one of them was actually 12, and I have no friends, so I'm hopping online to basically confess to all my crimes. Well, maybe instead of doing some of those alleged crimes, again, I don't even know if this guy does it or not. I don't think he does, because there's no way this guy has gotten away with everything that he's done, as well as on top of the fact that all of his past stories, they have to be fake. But regardless, if you don't have any friends, then just go out and get a job. Start making money. I know, sorry for scaring you guys. I should have given you guys a warning here. Employment. Oh, but anyways, yeah, this guy, you just get a job, you know, make money, start a drop shipping business or something like that, teach alpha male courses, anything to like do something that's actually quote unquote productive. And I know that everything I listed isn't exactly productive, but by productive I meant like making himself some money, you know, getting a side gig or something like that. I don't know, just do something that would benefit you in the future if you don't have any friends. So that way, you know, you can have money and then you can use that money to go out and experience things and then make friends along the way, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be, oh, I don't have any friends, so I'm just gonna throw away my life. You probably shouldn't do that because that's gonna harm everybody in, like, your nearest vicinity. And on top of that, you know, this entire thing, this idea that you have where you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pretend to be a certain someone. This reminds me of Baba. Remember Baba when I covered him like a year ago or so? And then after that, I got that one video taken down, so then after that, I did an even deeper dive onto that guy. Yeah, that guy. This reminds me of Baba, but like just worse, kind of, because you're putting your face on the internet and letting everyone know, hey, this is who I am. I am a weirdo creep. And again, I'm also a weird guy. I'm gonna be real with you. I've done some things that I'm not exactly proud of in the past. Am I gonna talk about them? No, of course not. You wanna know why? It's because I'm not exactly proud of it. So, for you to be coming out here and putting your face on the internet in the same video with the same audio going like, oh yeah, I messaged a 12-year-old and I'm gonna message 100 minors until I meet this predator catcher, even though what I'm gonna be doing to meet him is illegal. Yeah, you can see the problem there. There's just a whole bunch of problems with this guy, and I think that this guy genuinely needs to get, spoiler warning, or not spoiler warning, just very graphic warning, a job. This guy needs a job. What makes this even, like, cosmically funnier, like, this is obviously very abhorrent, but what makes this, like, really ironic is that this guy in the background has signs saying, free Diddy, and then like on the whiteboard, I heart Diddy, with like hearts all around like the entire whiteboard. And then this guy has crosses on his like room. Now, I'm not saying that like there are certain people that can't worship Christ or whatever. Like, that's just your personal belief. I don't really care whether or not you choose to worship him. Like, that's not really my place. But regardless, son, you cannot have crosses in your room while you're saying this stuff. Like, you are purposefully saying this stuff. Like, you actually got me crying, bro. Like, oh my gosh. And then you have free Diddy signs walls saying, I'm gonna DM 100 oh man. This isn't gonna look good in court. That's all I'll say. Like, if this guy actually is doing what I think he's doing, then, yeah, this guy needs to go to jail immediately. Like, send this guy to prison, dude. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's all I really gotta say. Overall, I just saw this YouTube channel and I thought, damn, this guy is crazy in the head. This guy needs to start making some money. This guy needs to go on the grind set, you know? So, yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's all I really gotta say. I hope you all have a good day, and bye.